How's it going, boys? My name is Alchemist, and welcome back to the Alchemy Corner. I'm trying to make it a habit and not upload these videos once a year, so hopefully I'm doing this right. Now, for videos on this channel, some may know I have a script to the side that kind of has all my thoughts jotted down all in the one place that I can just peel them from, but I'm going to try something different today. I'm just going to kind of say whatever just pops into my head, so the video might be a little less organized, so I'm sorry about that. So a few nights ago I was laying down in my bed and my brain of course was working overtime as it always does, and it got me thinking about the good old days. The good old days where I really didn't have to worry about much and all I had to do was, be this kid that went to school, did his homework, that's kind of all he did, and then he just played games with his friends the rest of the day. I kind of pushed those thoughts to the side thinking, oh, it's, me being nostalgic again, I'll get over it. And then it kind of hit me again last night. I was driving home from work, I had my playlist on, it was actually my Rap 2024 playlist, and it was on shuffle, and a song came on called Adult Swim by Jon Bellion. Now, the song was on an album that came out in 2018, and as soon as I heard it, all the memories just started coming back of how things once were. And basically, you get to like the third verse of the song, or I guess the bridge, and it's very like cinematic, it's very gritty and very emotional. And I'm gonna be totally honest, me thinking about everything that's happened in the past in combination with the song, it brought some tears to my eyes, I won't lie to you guys. And I was sitting there and I was really thinking about my experiences in high school, and like I've talked about many times on this channel, me moving out of my parents' house for the first time and how COVID shaped me into someone that I am today, and it was all just a lot to take in. And I just came to the realization that I miss all of those things. And honestly, I'll say this and most people won't agree with me, but part of me kind of misses the pandemic. Don't you guys think? Don't you guys kind of miss being in quarantine with nothing to do? You were cooped up and, just chatting with your online friends, doing whatever it is you did. Like, there was some sort of like charm about it almost. And so I got home, and rather than go to bed, which I honestly probably should have done, I got on Minecraft just late at night. I think at this point it was like maybe 10 o'clock. And I just sat there, put on like a playlist, and I actually put on the same song that brought me to tears in the car earlier, and I just played Minecraft, built like a server on like a world I'd been doing, and I basically did that until like 2 a.m. in the morning, and it really kind of set me back. It reminded me of these old days that I had that, I just had nothing to do, and that's all I would do was just stay up late and build and do whatever on Minecraft, and it was truly just kind of a throwback. Eventually, I guess I became so overwhelmed with nostalgia and just reminiscing. I cried like really, really hard, which, I don't usually like to get personal on this channel at all, but I just felt like I needed to say that because the emotions I was feeling were really real. And basically, I think this is boiled down to there's been a lot of change in my life in such a short amount of time. The start of the year was not a good one for many reasons. A lot of my friends that I had previously talked to or chatted with, I just wasn't talking to anymore. We were not on speaking terms, and it was really, really hard for me. In February, some things also happened that I won't get into, but those kind of really set me back, and I felt really complacent and unsatisfied with really how I was living. Now, don't get me wrong, things definitely got better for a period of time, but then it all started to kind of regress. What was me and some of my friends not being on speaking terms with one another turned into they were too busy because there's a lot of life change going on and things that just made them naturally more busy, and we couldn't hang out as much. One of my best friends is also like moving away, so that's another thing that I've had to deal with. It's just been really, really difficult. And then there are the people that I've met online that have known me since the pandemic but pretend not to know me because they don't like me for one reason or another. Yeah, I see you people. I ain't calling you out, but you know who you are. And weirdly enough, these situations have been nostalgic for me also, in the sense that, pre-pandemic, it was, me against the world. I didn't really have to worry about anything else. I didn't really have too many friends to talk to or hang out with, and it's kind of weird how it's all come full circle. And when you think about it, I mean, that sounds really, really depressing, but I just don't know. I feel like I've always kind of been on my own since the beginning, and, obviously, I don't prefer that, but it's just kind of how it's always been. And honestly, there would be a couple of words that I would use to describe how I've been feeling over the past couple months. I think those words would be something like loneliness and, unfulfillment, sadness, abandonment, betrayal. But I think the word that really kind of ties it all together is home. I, weirdly enough, feel at home in these emotions. And you know, that sounds really concerning. I just said that out loud and I was like, man, do I really think that? But I think the answer is yes, I do. And I don't really know how I can shake that. That's not really something that I can just get rid of. And I think I've just suppressed it for a long, long time. Yes, I'm torn up about how things have ended or started to be with me and some of my friends. I'm torn up that there are those that know who I am that choose to not acknowledge me at all because they think they're better than me or something like that. And yes, there are some days where I sit there and I think about what once was, and I honestly wish I could go back to those days. Those days in the pandemic, I literally had nothing to worry about, and honestly, they were some of the best days of my life, even if they weren't so great for a lot of other people. And that sounds really selfish, but I mean, I feel like there's some people that also kind of miss being cooped up in their house with nothing to do. So, as you can imagine, I was getting pretty concerned with how I was feeling. I think any sane person would. So I hit up my friend at like 2 a.m. and I hit him with the "Hey, you up?" text kind of deal. I didn't think he would answer, but he did. And so then I asked if I could call him. We sat there for probably 30 minutes and we talked about everything that I was feeling and, you know, all the things that I basically have said in this video I said to him. He told me I probably needed to find some more hobbies, that I needed to surround myself with friends because, you know, I like to isolate myself when I'm getting down like this, which is the polar opposite of what I should do. And I just gotta say, he was spitting facts because that's exactly what I needed to hear. Christian, if you're watching this, I love you so much. You have no idea. So then the next day, I spent it hanging out with some friends that I'd hung out with for basically all my life. And it was actually really good. I hung out with them most of the day. And it, again, felt like the old days. It felt super nostalgic and all the good things. And I just wanted it to never stop. And then as soon as it ended, I felt sad again. I felt so unfulfilled. I just felt like there wasn't really anything more to do with the day. So we got done hanging out and I went home, and before I did that, I drove around town for a bit and I was just playing some music, kind of the same deal when I was driving home from work late at night. I kind of started this whole thing and I really just took some time to think. As far as I know, I think I'm doing fine. I'm out here being an idiot, trying to figure out this complex web of emotions that I've strung up for myself, and I kind of hope that hopefully I can figure it out one day because it's such a mess. Boys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day.